Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back on the LEGO Star Wars 2016 Winter Set Review. And this time I'm back with the Battle on Takodana, set number 75139, ages 8 to 14, comes with 409 pieces and is going to be reaching £50 or $60 in the US. So as a lot of people have said, this is definitely a very pricey set, and in fact it's only second to the Resistance Troop Transport, which has more than 200 pieces more and is barely like £10 more. So, you know, this is definitely very pricey. That being said, I think this is definitely going to be a very popular set. A lot of people are saying they want to get this, even if it is pretty pricey. I would say it's not a massive deal to you. Perhaps if you've got Kylo Ren Shuttle, where you've got Kylo Ren, or perhaps if you've got Finn from the Millennium Falcon, then perhaps I'd wait a little while to go down in price, because I think it will go down in price eventually, because while it is a cool set, there aren't a massive amount of practical uses for it. It's not like the Troop Transport, where you could use it in mocks and stop motion and stuff. In all honesty, you only really want to get this if you want the actual scene, or if you want to like perhaps use the pieces, which are very good. I will say that there are some large pieces, and some of the pieces are pretty rare in this kind of sandy brownish color. I don't know what that'd be. So if you're a collector, if you want to part it out, if you're one of those guys, then definitely this would be a good set, and I think it's also a good investment option. But we will go more into that later on. Of course, we've got a new minifigure here, which we'll talk about. But yes, let's go right now then into the minifigures, starting off, of course, with Kylo Ren. So starting off, we have Kylo Ren, who of course we also got in Kylo Ren's Shuttle. Although if you didn't get that set, which is unlikely because it was a pretty, common set, but still, if you didn't get that set, then this is a cheaper way to get him, I guess, even though this set is overpriced. Because he is going to go up in price very much. He is very expensive on Bricklink, so I would recommend picking him up, because of course he is going to be the main character, or at least one of the main characters in the new trilogy, so definitely if you can, pick him up, absolutely. Anyway, so, on to Kylo Ren himself. This is a very, very nice minifigure, who again, as I said, we got in the Kylo Ren Shuttle from last year, who I believe is exactly the same in terms of printing and all that, but with one key difference. He comes with a face printing, which is very, very nice. We didn't get that in Kylo Ren's Shuttle. We just got like basically a printing of this on the face, which was weird. But I think that was mainly just down to the fact that LEGO didn't actually know, because of course they were planning these sort of sets in like 2014, maybe end of 2014, something like that. So they really didn't have a lot to go on. He also comes with a hairpiece, which is very nice and goes very well. Can I just say, by the way, this is, in my opinion, very, very accurate. I mean, I am very iffy about the actual character of Kylo Ren in terms of, like, when he took off his helmet, he just seemed like a whiny brat. I'm not going to be 100% one of those guys who says, oh, he was so terrible. But I was like, nah, I'm iffy. I'll talk about that more in another video, though. Anyway, so Kylo Ren, then, I will say is very, very accurate to the actual actor. I'm afraid I don't remember what the actor's name was, but still. And I think the hairpiece does represent that very nicely. We've of course got front, this face printing is kind of a smirk, kind of, disappointed almost look. And of course on the back we've got his angry face of when he destroyed that control console, which I guess is a bit of a spoiler, but in all honesty, if you haven't seen the film now and you're watching a Star Wars review, then, what are you doing? Anyway, so the rest of him, though, is pretty plain. Of course, his entire body is completely made out of black pieces, other than just his face, which is flesh, but everything else is black. Well, maybe apart from his hilt as well, but still. He's just got some white printing on the front and back of his torso, so that's very nice. But again, this is very, very basic. There really wasn't a lot to him. If you actually look in the film, he really was very dark in basically every way, including his clothing. He really did not wear a lot of colour. And even his belt really has nothing on it. So, you can see there. Of course, I'm not entirely sure if he's a Dark Lord or anything like that. I know, though, he is from the Knights of Ren, but I don't really know if he's an official Sith, or because I believe he still needs to complete his training from Snoke, and, there's a whole bunch of theories, but still. Moving on to the back, then, we, of course, have his ripped cape, which is, by the way, for me at least, it's kind of a new material, although I'm pretty sure we got this kind of material for capes a little while ago, maybe some superhero sets or things like that, but for me at least, this is a new material for capes, so that's pretty cool. And you can also see back printing there, which is very nice, very good. A lot of black on him, a lot of black indeed. The lightsaber then, of course, is a big thing. Again, of course, exactly the same one we got in the Kylo Ren Shuttle, but still not entirely accurate, because it doesn't come from the blade, it comes from the hilt, these cross guards, but still, by the way, that's from a cracked kyber crystal, if you're curious, because I'm a Star Wars geek and I know these things. But yeah, so very, very nice, very cool. Looking at his helmet then, putting his helmet back on, which in my opinion, I'm probably going to keep his helmet on. I like him better looking this way. It does look very much like Darth Vader's. A lot of people have said that because, of course, he kind of worshipped Darth Vader, doesn't he? He kind of stole the helmet, or, I don't know, borrowed it, or whatever happened. Somehow he got the helmet, borrowed the helmet, I don't know. But still, he looks very nice. My friend, actually, funny enough, said he looks like a walrus without the tusks. Not entirely sure what he was seeing there, but just thought I'd point that out. Anyway, so he does look very cool though. And he got vents and even a little scarring and just, yeah, a whole host of other things. A lot of people were disappointed when he took off his helmet. I wasn't that disappointed. Again, I'm still very iffy on the character, but still. So, yeah, I wouldn't get this set just for Kylo Ren, although it is a cheap way to get him, and he's definitely a plus for me, because I didn't get Kylo Ren Shuttle, although if you got, of course, got it, then you really don't need this one. Although I suppose this one is better, because it does come with face printing, whereas the last one that was just weird. But, I mean, in all honesty, I don't think we're going to get him in any other cheaper sets, to be honest with you, at least anytime soon, because he's a pretty rare minifigure, and I think LEGO want to keep it that way. The same with Captain Phasma. I think they want to keep him as a pretty rare minifigure, so, yeah. Still then, that is it then to Kylo Ren. Not the best minifigure in my set in my opinion, just because we did get him in Kylo Ren's Shuttle, but still very nice. I'm very glad I got him eventually, because he's going to be very important in the new trilogy. How many times can I say very? But yeah, moving on then to the next minifigure, we of course have the main character, or well, debatable, but yeah, one of the main characters, we of course got Finn. So next up we've got Finn, of course, who, just like Kylo Ren, if you didn't get the Millennium Falcon from last year, which I didn't, then you won't have him, but fortunately you can get him in this set for cheaper, which is still cool. There are, again, a lot of people got the Millennium Falcon, because it is a really, really cool set, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway though, so on to Finn then. I'm afraid I don't know if he's the exact same one we got on the Millennium Falcon. He does look pretty similar, but he might be slightly different, I'm afraid. I don't know, but yeah. He's got the black trousers there, or pants if you're in America. Just say black legs, whatever. Which are very plain. There's no printing on there, because he's meant to be a very relatable character. Very much like Luke, to the point where, you know, he's even wearing casual clothes. Really nothing too special. This jacket is from Poe Dameron, who again we also got in Poe Dameron's Starfighter, of course, which is very cool. He comes with a blaster and a lightsaber, just like Luke in Episode 4, to give us more of the relatable feel, because, I mean, a lot of people thought with the trailers that he was Force-sensitive and he would be the new Luke, like, you know, he'd defeat Kylo Ren and, you know, he'd save the day. But, of course, it's become apparent that Rey's more Force-sensitive now, although that's not saying he's not, you know. A lot of conspiracies about Episode 8 going on right now, but still. Anyway, so, yeah, the printing then, there's really nothing, a massive amount to say. There are some printing on the back there, but he's very much meant to be a relatable, kind of standard character. And, you know, he doesn't have all these flashy kind of, you know, like utility belt or anything like that. He's just a regular guy, more or less, in the galaxy. I mean, of course, he did start life as a stormtrooper, but that's a whole other story for another time. Anyway, so, of course, we've got this hair piece, which I have never seen before. I don't know if this is new or not. We may have got it in some really old sets, or perhaps city sets, or things like that. But if this is new, then that's pretty cool, you know. It is of course, very canon to his appearance. Is that a thing? Very canon? Is that possible? Anyway, yeah, so we've got his face there, which is kind of like Kylo Ren's, kind of, you know, not disappointed, but, you know, just kind of, really, or something like that. And then, of course, you've got the other side, which is his scared kind of face. He's worried that Kylo Ren's going to kick his butt. So, yeah, very nice then, very cool. And of course, this entire scene takes place when Kylo Ren and the First Order land on Takodana and destroy the base and, you know, kidnap Rey. Again, these are all spoilers, which I don't care about anymore, because you really should have watched the film if you're watching a Star Wars-based channel. But still, anyway, yeah, so very nice minifigure, and I'm glad I finally got him. If you don't have the Millennium Falcon, this is, again, another good way to get him, along with Kylo Ren. And yeah, I think that's more or less it then to all the main characters. I think I'm pretty sure I have all of them, apart from Chewbacca and Han, who I'm not sure if we're ever going to see him again in sets. I really hope we do, but, well, you know what happened in the film. We'll see. Anyway, that is it to Finn then. He's a really cool minifigure and a really cool guy. Which, by the way, just a bit of trivia, I recently saw him in another film called Attack on, what was it? Attack on the Block or something. And yeah, just sort of saying that, there you go. I saw him in another film recently, and I didn't even realise it. But who cares? Let's go now on to the only unique minifigure, Maz I'll get it right. So here we have arguably one of the weirdest minifigures I've ever seen, which is saying something. We have Maz Kanata, I believe that's how you pronounce it, or something along those lines, who is actually a fairly main character in the film. You know, she is the one who gave Rey the blue lightsaber, of course, which was passed down from Anakin to Luke to eventually Rey. And we don't know how she got it, we don't know where she got it from, but again, these are all questions which we'll find out in future films. It's kind of fun not knowing, but still. Anyway, so the minifigure itself, though, is very, very nice. Of course, this head printing is a solid plastic, it's not rubber like Plo Koon's. Leave down in the comments, by the way. Do you prefer the hard plastic or do you prefer the rubber? Because I'm iffy, you know. I don't really mind. It depends on the minifigure. But still, so she's of course a short minifigure, just like Yoda or perhaps children. So she has shorter legs which don't move. One day I want Lego to make shorter legs that do move. I don't really know why they decided to make short legs that don't move, but still, because I think it is possible. Anyway, we of course have some very nice printing there. And a lot of people are saying that she's going to be the new Yoda character of the new trilogy. I'm not sure if we're going to see her again. We might do, but I don't know. Something about it kind of just seemed like she was only in that moment, like that scene or something. So I don't know if we're going to see her again, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, though, back printing, very nice as well, of course. Again, all this, very, very good. Hard plastic, as I said. But yeah, there's not really a massive amount to say about her. She's a very cool minifigure, and of course, it was kind of obvious we were going to get her in the set. I mean, this is kind of her home, so it's like, it'd be a bit weird if we didn't get her in the set. I doubt we'll be getting her in any more sets anytime soon. I mean, that's definitely not a definite, because of course, we may see her in future films. But at least in this film, this was the only moment we saw her, so I don't really know what other times we'd see her. So if you want to get this minifigure, I recommend going on Bricklink or just buying this set, quite frankly, because I think a big part of the set is the minifigures, because of course if you don't have the Millennium Falcon or Kylo Ren Shuttle, then you're definitely going to want these two minifigures, and of course this is the only set that you'll probably get her in, so yeah, and of course you want to build your first army thing with these guys, so yeah. Yeah, that is more into the Mars Kanata, damn it, this person. There's so many conspiracies around her as well, about whether she was in the prequels or whether she was in the originals. There's so many conspiracies about everyone, but still, very nice minifigure. I'm glad we got her. And yeah, let's just now move on to the First Order Troopers, who I'm actually quite going to enjoy reviewing. Alright, so next up we have the First Order Stormtrooper, as I said in the box, but I'm pretty sure most of you know him as a better name, TR-8R. Oh my word, the amount of memes that have come from this guy, it is utterly insane. Funny enough though, even though we saw him in the trailer, even though a lot of people talked around saying, oh, that's really cool, you know, he's got one of those lightsaber resistant weapons. Funny enough though, I never truly appreciated how popular this guy had become. I mean, he's one of the few things in the film. I knew obviously there were some things in the film that, you know, would become memes and become popular, but he's definitely one of them. I don't think anyone expected him to become so popular, but you've probably seen all the memes about him, you know, you spin me right round. But I'm not going to sing, I'm so sorry, guys.
Watch out, here I come, you spin me right round, baby, right round.
Anyway, though, as a minifigure, though, he's exactly the same as any other trooper. There's a bunch of conspiracies about him as well. There's a bunch of conspiracies that, you know, he was in the same academy as Finn, which is why he called him a traitor, or, you know, all that stuff. But, you know, as a minifigure, he's exactly the same as any other Stormtrooper, and we do get two of them, by the way. They both come with these trooper faces, which at this point, I don't care enough, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I'm not really ever going to take the helmet off for any particular reason, and if I was, then I'd probably just swap it out with another head, so I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world, although, in all honesty, I kind of wish we had black heads, just so, when, you know, that skin at the back wouldn't be there. And actually, I want to ask you a question, guys. Leave down in the comments, which you think is the best trooper? Clone troopers, stormtroopers, or these troopers? And you may say stormtroopers are obviously the worst because they can't hit anything, but not just in that. In the way they look as well. What do you think looks the best? Because I'm very iffy. I'm not sure. I really like the Phase 2 Clone Trooper. I think they look really cool. But still, so yeah, as a minifigure then, he's exactly the same as, you know, all your other First Order Stormtroopers. So nothing much there, just the fact he comes with this weapon, which you can build yourself. You've probably got these pieces lying around. Probably maybe just different colours, but you know, still. And he spins it around, and they're lightsaber resistant. There's an episode on YouTube from this like science channel about how, you know, it can do it, and it talks about electric currents and how it can, you know, reverse polarity or something, but all this different stuff. The point is, it's very interesting to find out how this can actually work and things, but still, very nice minifigure then. I'm very much liking it, and even if you don't particularly care about TR-8R, which you should, because he's really funny. I mean, I don't think it was meant to be. I'm pretty sure J.J. Abrams didn't intend him to be funny, but I mean, it's just amazing what he's become. But anyway, I almost want him to come back. Wouldn't that be the funniest thing? I wonder if there's a spin-off with TR-8R. That'd just be so amazing. But still, yeah, that is the end of the minifigure. Again, exactly the same as all the First Order Stormtroopers, but it's always nice to get more and add them to your collection, because we, of course, didn't really get much from the battle pack, but still, building up your First Order army, one Stormtrooper at a time. Yeah. Okay, that's more or less it than the minifigures then, because again, like I said, as we do get two of them, they're exactly the same as a minifigure, and I've showed this guy before in previous reviews. Check them out. But yeah, that is more or less it than the minifigures. Very, very nice. And we're definitely worth a lot of money. I would say the minifigures are definitely worth a lot of money, but I don't really think they make up for that $60 price range. That's still pretty high. So yeah. Still, let's now go on into the battle on Takodana. Alright, so moving on to the set, we of course get a brick separator, as with every set, nothing much to say there. So this set actually has a number of features when, in actual fact, it really isn't that large. I mean, in all honesty, I didn't really expect massive amount for 400 pieces, but still, it really is not a very large set compared to my hand. You know, you can see my hand is actually taller than the highest part of the set. Still, it does have a number of pieces, which are pretty cool. Oh, that was one of them. Anyway, so we're just going to go from this side and try to move along and stick this back in. Oh, well, everything seems to be falling apart. But anyway, alright, so first up we have, of course, this, because as I've said, everything's falling apart, jeez. Anyway, so as I've said, this set is based off that moment when the First Order come and try to destroy it. So, of course, this is meant to be obviously a lot larger in the actual film. And you have a lot of trees and a lot of... Are these trees? I mean, I suppose they're trees, but they're kind of, you know, weird alien trees. And effectively, you know, they're knocking them down, they're bursting through, you know, driving tanks, all this kind of stuff. And you can see in the back here, you've got a little lever which controls this thing and just sort of falls down. Really not much amount there, it's just a kind of cool feature, I guess. In all honesty, it's a little annoying though, especially when you move it about. Like if you're trying to put it on a shelf or something, because it is pretty flimsy, it can't easily just drop down from gravity. So I guess a little annoying, but still kind of cool, I guess. A nice little play feature. Moving along, then of course you can see this does bend for easy storage, so it's very nice. Moving to the back here, you can see a lot of how the features work. One big feature again, as I said, oops, wow, everything's falling apart now. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there's some parts of this which are kind of flimsy and which could be built better, but still. Anyway, so you can see here we have some levers back here, and what they do more or less, as I said, the First Order come in and try to destroy it, the entire base, or not really base, but you know, home or something is destroyed. So you turn this lever, fortunately pushes them up, and effectively just, you know, pushes things off, because they're only held in there by one thing each. So, you know, still pretty cool. And yeah, if you do it quickly enough, you know, oh, well, they don't apparently. I thought they were going to flip off or something, but still, again, a pretty nice feature. Now, if I can put it back in, because everything's easily falling out, there's actually nothing holding this here, by the way. Just because, you know, so if you turn like that, it falls out, which is kind of annoying, but still, if you turn this knob, so it kind of pushes that out. Simple as, and, you know, all that stuff. And more or less just works like that. Extremely simple, and in fact pretty pointless, to be honest with you, because it so easily just falls out from gravity. And in fact the only way to stop it is to simply close it the entire way so it can't, because there's nothing else there that would stop it. So that's kind of retarded, but still. Moving on then. A feature of the set, if you will, is the fact that it can come detached. Although saying that though, I don't know why you would. I suppose for easier storage, because there's nothing this size. So it's not like the battle pack where you can put it on either side, or like you could buy another one of these and put it on either side, or like what was it, the GeneralJSmith, I believe, that had that feature. But it's just a kind of feature with this. Although to be honest, I'm not even sure if it's a feature. Maybe it's just how the set's built. But I presume it's a feature. So you know, still pretty cool. Easily take it down a bull or whatever. I mean, really, a big part of the set is the fact everything is just so hard to... Wow, everything's falling apart on me. I mean, this is just impossible, quite frankly. Anyway, so as you can see here, you may notice the random studs just kind of that I'm trying to put back in. I'm going to be completely honest, I have no idea why they're there. I don't quite remember this being a feature in the actual film or anything like this happening. I can't remember, but suffice to say, they're in this little slot, more or less. And this thing in the back, you more or less push it, and it pushes them out. I'm not going to do it too forcefully, because they'll go everywhere, but effectively, that kind of stuff. And yeah, as you can see, you push it, and they, you know, fly out. Again, I don't remember how this happened in the film, but I guess it maybe did. Or maybe it's just a feature that LEGO added just, you know, for extra playability. But still, there we go. Another feature is, of course, the doors do open. Again, just like most other doors, they're just held there by gravity. So if you put it that way, the doors will slide and all that kind of stuff. But these are pretty standard doors. If you've got, like, say, Palpatine's Arrest, you'd probably have something somewhat similar design to that. Moving around, we have this cloth here, which isn't, well, it's not a feature, but, you know, still pretty cool. Really nice. We get this printing on that. There again. Again, this entire set is meant to be a lot larger. Like, the entire thing is literally meant to be massive. It is a massive mega structure. Seriously, it's like as tall as my mock I recently made, actually. Also, this thing here, right here, which I guess isn't meant to be attached on the box. It's not attached. I think you just put them randomly aside here. Although in the instructions, you can, of course, attach them to the edge here, you know, along there. These as well are meant to be a lot taller and a lot more, you know, striking. So these are very nice. Not sure what they are. Maybe like moist evaporators, you know, a little reference to episode 4, but still, I mean, there are so many references to episode 4 in this new film, but still. So the set itself then, I would say the biggest feature, oh yeah, by the way, if you're unaware, the crate is meant for the lightsaber, because of course, Maz Kanata gives the lightsaber to Rey, so yeah, that's what it's meant for. But I'd say the biggest problem with the set is just it's so kind of flimsy, and it's just, well, not flimsy in terms of like, you know, you can hold it and it kind of breaks or stuff, but just, I mean, it's a lot of things are falling out, and almost the too many features, almost, is that thing? Maybe that's the thing, but there's almost just too much of it, so it's just so flops about, you know, a lot of it is just done by gravity, and it's just kind of annoying, to be honest with you. So I'm sure there are a lot of ways they could have improved it. They just made some, you know, features which weren't, you know, governed by gravity, and which could actually do stuff. Also, there's a fair amount of stickers. There's a sticker there, which I guess is kind of cool. It's maybe like a control panel. Sticker back there. I think that's actually it. Is that it? I'm pretty sure that might be it. Yeah, I think that's the only stickers in the set. Okay, so not that many. But still, while it does look kind of cool, in all honesty, this set, in my opinion, is not as good as I thought it was. I'm sorry, but I thought this looked really, really cool when I saw it in the pictures, like, you know, in 2015. But now that I look at it, now that I, you know, have it in hand, it's not the greatest set in the world. You know, there's a lot of problems with it. The features are just so annoying. Yeah, but still, it's a pretty cool set, and a lot of the pieces are pretty rare, especially in this color. So if you're hoping to build like a mock with these sort of colored pieces, then this is definitely a good thing to part out. Or I think it's also a good investment, as I said at the beginning of the review. You know, so I think those are the biggest reasons. I'd say the minifigures. And if you just obviously just want this set because of, you know, episode 7, you know, just think, oh, this is so cool to have. Also, pieces wise and in terms of investments, I think are the big reasons you're going to buy the set. Because in all honesty, it is pretty expensive. You're sure as hell not going to want more than one of these, because it's definitely not the best set to get the Stormtroopers or anything. So, I don't know, quite frankly. To be honest with you, this was a cool set, but I doubt they're going to remake it anytime soon. There's a lot of problems with it, and just a lot of things which I kind of wish they improved. I almost, in one sense, wish they'd made this late this year, and perhaps made it larger, and just more like features which, you know, were more easy to use, if that's a thing. But still, it's not a terrible set, definitely not the worst set in the world, and as a whole, it's pretty cool, I guess. Maybe not worth the money, but, you know, definitely not the best set of the line, but, not bad, okay? But yeah, that's more or less it for the set. See, this thing keeps falling over. But anyway, that's more or less it for the set. Thank you guys for watching, and let's go now. I was about to say goodbye. Anyway, let's go now into the instructions of the box that include this review. Alright, the instruction manual, again, is pretty basic, nothing much to say here, just going straight to the back, just see the Lego Club, about to say instruction manual, sorry, this is a magazine, and of course we've got the same thing we got with all the other sets about, you know, build your whatever that is. Looking at the features on the back there, of course, that's meant to fly down and hit one of the Stormtroopers. You'd be a pretty dumb Stormtrooper if you get hit by a tree. But still, yeah, so of course that's meant to turn and that falls out, although that's completely pointless because you could just easily, like, tip it out because there's nothing holding it there. Still, got the features back there, and of course got these things that fly out, which again, I don't remember them in the film. I mean, I've only seen it once, unfortunately, because I just don't have the money to see it multiple times. Believe me, I would if I could. But still, but yeah, that's more or less it to the set then. Pretty cool set. For 400 pieces, it is pretty nice. But yeah, that was it then. You notice, by the way, that was weird, doesn't it? Maz Kanata, I mean, I don't know why those black lines are there, because they're not in the box. So, I don't know. They really emphasised them. But still, very nice. Very nice instruction manual. All good stuff. Let's go now onto the box. Moving on to the box. The box, of course, is pretty standard. Nothing much to see here. Maz Kanata size reference, of course. Going straight onto the back, we have the weapons here. Ooh, I'm trying not, sorry, I put the set at the side. I'm trying not to knock it off the table. But anyway, yeah. So I don't entirely remember this scene at all. It seems almost like that scene from the Lego movie right at the beginning when, like, they discover the piece of resistance, but still. Anyway, we've got the little box art there, which again, very nice. This scene, of course, didn't actually happen when, you know, Kylo Ren attacked Finn. At this point, Kylo Ren didn't even know who Finn was, I think. But yeah, still, very nice. All very good stuff. You see kind of the statistics and things there, which are all very cool. But yeah, that is it to the set. Of course, no piece count because, I don't know, actually, I have no idea. Why don't they put piece counts on the boxes? I'm going to ask someone one day. One day I'm going to go to Lego Factory and say, hey, why don't you just do it in Europe? as if, you know, you're saving money by not printing that, but whatever. Alright, that's it then to the review. Let's go now and conclude it. So thank you for watching my review of the Battle of Takodana. I hope you did enjoy it. So this set overall is definitely not a bad set, and it's by far not the worst set we've had from The Force Awakens or from this line by some distance. I would even say it is worth getting, you know, worth picking up at some point, and as I said, there are a number of good benefits, one of which being the minifigures. Assuming you haven't already got Kylo Ren's shuttle, and assuming you haven't already got the Millennium Falcon, then definitely there are some good benefits to it, and of course, just getting TR-8R, even though technically it's exactly the same as any other Stormtrooper, I don't know, it's humorous to me. But anyway, yeah, so this set then is pretty cool, but there are a number of problems with it, and it's definitely not the best set in the world. In fact, I was a little disappointed, but then again, I did, you know, think this was going to be a really cool set, so, you know, saying I'm disappointed is not, you know, the worst thing in the world. Price-wise, it definitely could be a lot better. I would recommend you wait until this goes down in price, which I definitely think it will, especially if you're going to buy multiples of these, because I think this could be a good investment. I do think it could be in years to come, you know, with a lot of the minifigures and just the set itself. I think it could go up in price very much so. So once this goes down in price, which it will, I recommend buying a few of these and, you know, perhaps putting your Bricklink store or eBay store or whatever stuff, as well as the pieces in this are very nice. You might want to part that out, and just a whole host of other things. So it is by far not the worst set in the world, but there are a number of problems which I would understand why you wouldn't get this straight away. But yeah, that is more or less it then. I mean, of course, you have to remember that of every set, you know, from this line, I got like 4 of them or something. No, actually, no, I got more, but, you know, I didn't get things like the Droid Escape or Obi-Wan Starfighter. Instead, I got this because I thought it was pretty cool. So it's definitely not the worst set in the world, but still. Thank you guys for watching then. I will see you next time with another review. My final review of the 2016 line will be on the Resistance Troop Transport. I can't wait for that because it's a pretty cool set actually. But yeah, let's just go now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm sorry guys, this review took like an hour and a half or something to record. Just damn. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye troops. Then welcome back from the LEGO Star Wars 2016 Winter Set Build and Reviews, not Build and Review, whoops. And this time I'm back with the Battle on God damn it, every time. That being said though, I think a lot of people are going to pick it up. It's definitely, God damn it.
Watch out, here I come. You spin me right round, baby.